What's up, my sad souls? It's your girl Evie coming back to you again. If you don't know the name of this channel, the name of this channel is Because Evie Says So. If you don't know by now, I'm Evie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a surprise for you guys today. I got a good one. Today we're going to be talking about Law and Order SVU, all things Olivia Benson, okay? Olivia Benson is coming back again for season 22. But before we get into that, let me tell you what we have in our grub on today. Okay, we got some watermelon here. We have some potato salad on the plate. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got some potato salad, and we got some homemade subs. I made subs with pastrami and cheese. Got some provolone as well as some Swiss. Got some lettuce and some onions, some horseradish, also some mayo and some sub sauce. Okay, so got that covered. But before we get our grub on, let's go ahead and give thanks to the Lord. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for this food. I ask you bless it for the nourishment of all of our bodies. In Christ's sake, amen. Amen. Okay, how y'all doing? What y'all been up to? I know it's been a minute. Your girl didn't get a video posted a couple of days. I was trying to upload, and it was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. So I just decided to change my material and come through with a review of the Law and Order SVU of Olivia Benson. Yes, right. That's our girl. That's our girl, and she knows what's going on. If you're a fan of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, this is going to be good for you. Okay, now we are all focused and fans of Olivia. Olivia has been on the show forever. If you see me looking over here, it's because I got some notes, y'all. I took a bunch of notes so I could be thorough. You know a girl want to be thorough. Okay, see my pumpkin? See my pumpkin? See my wreaths? All the wreaths you see in the background, I made them myself. This one here, it glows because on the back I have lights. Let me show you right quick. Let me show you. It's so cute. Let me show you. See that? Can you guys see that? It's twinkling. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Yeah, okay, let me turn them off because that light over my head makes me look kind of funny. But anyway, all these wreaths that you see, I make them. I make Christmas wreaths, any kind of wreaths. Stay focused. Anyway, Olivia Benson, let's get back to that. This is her 22nd year on the show, guys. Can you imagine 22 years? Like, this is the longest running police drama pretty much of all time at this point. And Olivia has been on there since, let me see here. In my notes, it says she has been on there since, I believe, 1999. Wow, that's a long time. She is one of my favorite characters of any cop or any drama. But let me get into this sandwich because I'm hungry. Yup. That's it. That's up. There's mayonnaise coming out the side. I love mayo. Recently, I've been on that Kraft mayo. Got Helmers on here today, but that Kraft mayo is good. I saw it on Miriam's channel. It's so good. She had a Kraft mayo to some stuff. I said, well, let me give that a try. Let me get myself together. But anyway, like I said, she's been on there for 22 years, okay? Now, when she came on the scene, she was a junior detective, okay? She was on there with Elliot Stabler, was her partner. I love Elliot. Love him. He couldn't really control his rage, though. Like, he was always pissed off. But, that's how he did. So, anyway, Olivia became a junior detective for seasons 1 through 12. Then she was promoted to senior detective in season 13. She remained that way until season 15, when she becomes a sergeant. And when Sergeant Munch retired, y'all remember Munch? I love Munch. Intellectual, he was so smart. And then Captain Donald Cragen with his behind getting in trouble. Okay, after he left, she became a lieutenant in the SVU. That was around season 17. But now we know her, our girl, Olivia Benson, as Captain Olivia Benson after she got her promotion in season 21. Now, I think she's really deserving of that promotion because that girl been through some stuff, okay? Get a bite of this potato salad. Excuse me if I don't eat a lot today. My tooth is hurting and my mouth. It's been bothering me for a little while not to get to the dentist. But for right now, I'm gonna get my grub on. But anyway, God, that watermelon is fresh. We got that from Jules, y'all. Comment below if y'all got a Jules in y'all area. Like Jules has been around like forever. But anyway, back to Olivia. Now, like I said, she debuted. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, y'all. She debuted, okay, on Law and Order Special Victims Unit on September 20th, 1999. She is the only remaining original that's left on the series. And I know y'all like, but Finn been on there a long time. Yeah, Finn been on there. Sorry, y'all, my phone is, I thought I put it on Do Not Disturb. Hold on, y'all. I apologize in advance. People want to call you. Ain't called me all day. Now that I'm doing something, people want to blow your phone up. I don't think so. Okay, Do Not Disturb. Yup, done. Okay, now, sorry about that. Okay, but like I said, Finn, now he didn't come in until season 2. So, you know, he like an original, but he didn't really start in season 1. So they saying that she basically is the only original left. Okay, and that's cool and everything. But we love us some Finn, okay? Tutiola, yeah, we love us some. That's Ice-T. We down with our boy. Now, in the Special Victims Unit, it deals with crimes of different kinds. It deals with molestation, child abuse, rape. It deals with various provocative crimes like child molesters and stuff like that. So Olivia herself is no stranger to that. Olivia herself was a product of rape. Her mom was raped by a serial rapist. And then Olivia came. But to make matters worse, her mom was a drunk, okay? Not only a drunk, but she abused Olivia. She abused her physically, mentally, and until that lady really died, Olivia really wasn't free. And let me tell you how she died, okay? She was trying to catch the subway train, and her drunk behind fell down the stairs and died, okay? How tragic. How tragic. But for Olivia, you know, she kind of felt some way about it. I mean, she loved her mom, but she just couldn't get down with the fact that her mom drank all the time. Look at that. All my lipstick gone, y'all. But anyway, like I said, she was conceived as a product of rape. So she really knows what she's talking about when she talks to these victims. Okay? Now, even though her mom didn't really care for her the way she should have, Olivia turned out pretty good. She turned out to be wholesome and honest and hardworking and a person that really cares about all her cases. Okay? Now, her life wasn't easy. So taking this job was like right up her alley. She already knew how to grind. She already knew how to work hard. And I'm sure as a female in the police force, they had to work their way up. And they had to do a doggone good job in order to get there. Well, that's our girl Olivia, okay? So I want to give y'all a little trivia about Olivia. Did you know that Olivia not only speaks English, but she speaks Russian and French, a little bit of Spanish? I didn't know that. And she speaks Italian. Also, Olivia, let me see if it's right here. She owns a black Ford Mustang. She doesn't even drive it. I've never seen it. Maybe in one episode. But anyway, she don't really drive it, okay? But she still has it. Now, I know y'all know, if y'all a follower of SVU and Olivia, that she had a half-brother named Simon. Now, her half-brother was a real knucklehead. I mean, he was addicted to drugs. You know, he was an addict. He tried to get his life together. He had kids. He ended up having the kids taken from him. Olivia was nice enough to try to hire a lawyer for him and for her when they tried. When I say her, I mean his wife at the time, or ex-wife to be, I should say. And she hired a lawyer to even help them get their kids back. And what happens during that time that she's trying to get her kids back? Yes, Simon does something stupid. He ends up kidnapping his own kids. Okay, he kidnapped his own kids. Okay, and even in that, when they caught him, because yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, they caught his behind. He went to prison, and even then, Olivia still tried to help him out. They ended up dropping the case or something like that. But my point is, he was a real mess up. And, you know, even though Olivia tried to love him and love him hard, he still just kept messing up time and time again. Well, you know our girl Olivia. She is a heart of gold. And she gives, and she gives, and she gives. But we know, as of season 21, that her half-brother Simon, he just shows up one day while she's walking down the street with Noah. And we'll get to Noah in a minute. And he says he wants to get to know her son. So she decides, okay, well, you know, let's kick it. Let's do lunch. Well, they go. He's late. He don't show up. So she's like, well, he ain't here yet. Okay. So she calls him on her phone. And she's like, look, what we're not finna do is this. We're not finna do this. I done told you time and time again. Basically, don't ever call me again. You know, because you're wasting my time. And bye. So shortly after she makes that phone call, I don't know if it was a day after or that day or even a couple of days after, she gets a phone call that they find Simon in a hotel and he's overdosed. He's died. He overdosed on heroin. Now, he told her he'd been clean for years. And the medical examiner confirmed that. She said he had been clean for years. But he got a hold of some really bad stuff. Some heroin with fentanyl in it. We all know fentanyl is really, really bad for you, okay? I mean, can we mention Michael Jackson? Ain't he dead? Okay. Anyway, back to Olivia. Now, Olivia is broken, okay? When she hears that, she thinks her message is what pushed him over the edge. So now she is like traumatized at this point. Okay, what we drinking on today is called Doritos. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's called Doritos. Hold on. Doritos Fruit Punch. And we got this at Food for Less, I think. It's good. It's like a, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, said the pig. It's like a fruity punch pop, basically. It's like a Crush, like a Crush pop, except it's a different brand, Doritos. But it's good, y'all. Y'all should try it. And it comes in a glass bottle. Like, what comes in glass bottles these days anymore? Okay? So it's pretty good. Y'all should try it. Anyway, she's crushed, y'all, because her brother's dead, and she really thinks that her last thing that she said to him pushed him over the edge. And now, you know, she can't tell him she's sorry. She can't give him another opportunity. He's gone, which is really sad for her. But we know that Amanda, the girl that works with her, works under her, I think she's a sergeant. Yeah. She just tells her that basically it's not your fault. It was just his time. Was it really his time? Or did he just mess up again? And I feel sorry for him because he's dead. But what pushed him over the edge? Are we going to find that out in season 22? I really would like to know. I hope they don't just leave it like that. Maybe he was in trouble and he needed Olivia to help him. Maybe he didn't take the drugs and somebody killed him. All right, get into it, okay? Get into it, because I'm about to get into it. I want to know. Inquiring minds and a girl wants to know. Please let me know. Anyway, comment below if you think it's some shady stuff going on in his death. Do you really think he killed himself? Well, actually, he didn't kill himself. He tried to get high and he overdosed. Or do you think it's some shade up in there? Somebody was trying to do something to him and that he really needed Olivia's help. Comment below if you think that. Now we know that Olivia has had the best partners. Remember, I mentioned Elliot Stabler, my boy. Okay, he wasn't having it like none of the time. He was so thorough, but he would get with the criminals. I mean, he had an attitude problem. He had a real anger issues. Okay, well, he had children of his own, married to his wife. 20, 30 years. So he was a faithful man for the most part. He just had anger issues. Well, I was really sad when he left. You know, he let that spill out into their partnership. A lot of times, Olivia had to check him, be like, hold on, hold on, hold on. What we're not finna do is this. You're not finna get me rolled up. You need to calm your behind down. Okay? Now, when he retired because he shot an 18-year-old girl that was trying to shoot up the SVU. So I think it just took so much of a toll on him because at the time I think his daughter was 18 and he knew that she was like a child, but a grown up was like a child. So he retired, and that's good. But I'm finna give y'all some dirt now. What I heard, what I read from fandom on Wiki Fandom is that Elliot Stabler is coming back. He's coming back in season 22. Oh my God, season 22. He is coming back. However, I don't know if they're going to do a crossover because let a girl tell you, he is going to have his own series called Law and Order Organized Crime. Okay? And the preface to that is, excuse me, y'all, he's coming back after a terrible loss. Okay, what's the terrible loss? Did his wife die? Did he lose a child? What's going on? I want to know. So, anyway, surprise, he's coming back. Wow. I mean, when he retired, I was kind of thrown. But now he's coming back, and I'm so super excited about that. I want to see if he crosses over with Olivia. Olivia's going to be so shocked and surprised. Oh, my God. But he wasn't the only partner that she had. She had another partner, Nick Amaro. And he was a great guy, too. And I really liked him, too. So, she's really worked with some great guys. You know what I'm saying? Her counterparts have been almost her equal, except in the fact of their anger or the issues that they had to work through that she seemed to conquer for herself and still be able to move forward. We know she's tough. She's hardworking. We know she's had to work doubly hard to get in the positions that she's in. And like I say, she takes her job so seriously. She's counseled several rape victims, male and female, gender fluid, it doesn't matter. She's counseled them all. And she's made them feel comfortable, like they can talk to her, because these people have went through something traumatic. They've been raped or molested or beat up or domestic violence. I've been a victim of domestic violence myself. I've been a victim of rape myself. So I know there's a whole thing. You feel trapped. You feel scared. You can't breathe. You feel like you just want to hide for the rest of your life. You feel embarrassed. You feel like you did something wrong. You feel dirty. And these people that talk to her, that's how they feel. I can sympathize truly because I've been there. So for Olivia to have the type of perspective that she has and the type of compassion that she has to be able to interact with them and make them feel comfortable is incredible. I mean, it's incredible. And I'm so proud of her. This pastrami is so juicy. And this sandwich is so good. It's so flavorful. It's delicioso. So good. Good food should make you want to dance. Get down, want to dance. Stay focused. Really? Stay focused. Anyway, we know that Olivia tries to keep it classy. She also does her job, okay? She's arrested several criminals. She's even had to kill a couple of them. Now, in all the years that she's been there, I think she's killed 3 suspects in all the years that she's been there, 22 years. Now, she always tries to bring their assaulter to justice, but not all of them get justice. Not all of them go to jail. Some of them work their way out of it, and we see that in the stories that it tells. Not everybody gets justice. They should. I didn't. So, not everybody gets justice. Now, we know that Olivia cares for the kids, too. In season 12, she was given temporary custody of a boy named Calvin. Now, his mom, she abandoned Calvin, first of all. And then Olivia took him in, and she started raising him as a kid of her own. Now, during that time, she didn't give up on his mom. She hunted her down. She looked for her and looked for her. And when she found her, she was with her lover, her lesbian lover. And the lesbian lover that she was with had actually killed her father. Not Olivia's father. Had actually killed Calvin's mom's dad. So that was a case in itself. Okay? So then she had to deal with that. Now, because she had to deal with that, the boy's mother is also a rape victim. She was sex trafficked. So that's another thing that she had to deal with all that time. But Olivia, like I said, she knows what she's doing. She knows what to do. She knows how to talk to them. And she used her personality and her ability to be able to talk to this lady. You know what she did? She took Calvin from her and gave him to the grandparents. And I believe that if you have family, that you should be with family. If family is able to take care of you, if family is good family, then I think the child should have went to his grandparents. However, it devastated her. It broke her and Calvin. I mean, they were a pair. They loved each other and they were good with each other. And, she eventually just had to move on. But we see that, let me see here, that in season 13, she does see him again at his grandparents' house. It's around Halloween, got our pumpkin here, we got our fall festival stuff, so we know we're getting ready to get into the Halloween season. You ready? You ready? You got your decorations up? I love decorating. I know I'm going off topic just a little bit, but I love decorating. I love everything to be festive. Can't wait for Christmas season, and you guys are going to see it too, because you know what? You family. Let's talk about it. Who loves decorating? Comment below. Second question. Who loves putting their decorations up early? Put your comments down below because Evelyn wants to know. Okay, now getting back to her. Now, like I said, she's devastated a little bit, but because she loves children, she takes in a boy in season 15 in the finale. She becomes a court-appointed guardian for a baby named Noah. Like I told you, we were going to get into Noah. Yeah, now we into Noah. Noah is a baby. He's been got drugs in his system, got a lot of health issues, but she takes the baby in. Now, the appointment for her is for a whole year. She gets to decide whether she wants to keep him or whether she wants to give him back. And she ends up keeping him for a year, and then she decides to adopt him. I mean, come on through with the love. We gotta love her for that. She becomes a mom, a single mom. Who can relate? Raise your hand. Ding, 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 ding. Here I am, so I get it. I'm a single mom, and it's a lot to do, okay? So we see after the year that she has a lot of obstacles and challenges to go through, trying to raise him with the health issues that she has, and then still trying to do her job, as a cop. But you know her, she got this, okay? Good, right? So anyway, we get to see her in action over and over and over again. Now, the boy's father ends up wanting to challenge her for custody of Noah. Now, he's a rapist. He sex trafficked Noah's mom, and he's in prison. What was he thinking? I'm sorry. You want who? Who you want? No, no, you don't. Because you crazy and you're nasty. Okay? You're nasty. So she ended up having to go to court, y'all. And guess what? This fool almost won. Okay? But he lost his cool. Ended up shooting up the courtroom. And they ended up shooting and killing his behind. I don't believe in, saying everybody needs to die. But in that case, what was he thinking? All he was doing was making that a ploy so he could get out of prison. But that didn't work. So good for Olivia. She ended up keeping Noah. But as we know about the SVU, stuff happens all the time. Let me get a drink, y'all. And let me tell you what happens next. Excuse me. It's the carbonation. It's the carbonation, y'all. Bubbles up my nose and everything. So her troubles don't end with Noah. Because guess what? Now she's getting accused of child abuse and child neglect out of nowhere. So we find out later that the person that's trying to charge her with child abuse and child neglect is Noah's grandmother. Okay? Sheila. She's played by Brooke Shields. And she crazy, okay? But she wants custody of Noah because she can't get custody, I think, of her daughter. Because her daughter grown. I'm not sure if she had died or not. I have to go back and watch that. Comment below if you know that she was the mother of the rapist or the mother of the girl of Noah's mother. I can't quite remember. I'm sure y'all will. So let me know in the comments below. So during that investigation, she gets to know Sheila because, as we know, she has a heart of gold. And she thinks, you know what? It's his grandma. Let him get to know her. I've been there, done that, okay? And I will tell you, sometimes it doesn't always work out the way you want it to work out. Okay, but in this case, Olivia decides it's best to just drop it and to include Sheila, the grandmother, in his life. I mean, that's a great decision to, because kids need family. And in this case, his mom wasn't there. His dad's crazy. He ended up getting shot and killed. So I guess the grandmother was like the only family. So I think that's wonderful that she would include her. But, and you heard me say but, this chick is crazy, okay? As a loon. She ends up kidnapping Noah because I guess she don't like the arrangements that her and Olivia has made. Not only did she kidnap him, but she planned it to make it look like she had nothing to do with it, of course. And then she was going to take him totally out of state. Okay, but Olivia wasn't having it, okay? I don't know what she was playing with. Olivia's a detective, okay? A captain, but still a detective. She finna detect some stuff, okay? She was like, no, you're not finna take my son. So she gets there to the cabin, and she's like, look, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me holler at you. You're not finna take my son. Crazy chick's like, yeah, I am, and I'm finna beat your behind. Olivia's like, I wish you would try, Karen, okay? I wish you would try today. Try me today, because I got time. And she wallops her and kicks her behind and overtakes her after she takes a couple of licks too. And she ends up subduing her, and they end up arresting her, okay? And that's great for her. Now, I don't know what happens next. I mean, I can't remember everything, but I know that she ain't in the picture in season 21, okay? So let's see. She might have come back, but let's see. And she rescues her son. She like, no, you're not taking my boy. Okay. Now, other than that, she deals with sexual abuse as a cop, but she's also had some close calls herself. Okay. Her job puts her in extreme danger over and over, and she runs right into it. She don't even let that stop her from doing her job, which is why she makes a great captain. Okay. Because I think she's been raped before. Because in season 21, we see her in counseling for something that happened to her in the previous seasons. Now, some of the bad guys that she's been around have actually tried to take her down. and been doggone close in doing it. In season 9, she's trying to take down a corrections officer at a woman's prison because these women are getting raped over and over or sexually abused. So she poses as a criminal and goes in there and actually gets into it with the corrections officer. He ends up taking her down to some type of basement issue, ends up locking her in there with him, and almost forces himself on her. He almost rapes her. He's trying to make her give him, I don't know if we can say it, but, oral sex. I was going to say something else, but oral sex is better. So anyway, he's trying to force her to do that. And he almost rapes her. But Finn, okay? Finn Tutiola busts in there at the last minute and saves Olivia. Okay, can we get some claps for him right now? Okay, he always on the case. He like, I'm not having it. Our boy is like us. He like, no, we're not finna do this. I got you, okay? So he rescues her. Yay for Finn. Now, we know that also Olivia was kidnapped and assaulted by a serial rapist and a murderer known as William Lewis. Now, he was in a lot of episodes because this man is crazy, like nasty crazy, okay? Not only does he make her watch when he kidnaps her, he makes her watch while he rapes the mother of his attorney. Okay? Sick. And then he murders a cop that stops them while he's driving. So now he done murdered a cop, he done raped the attorney's mama, and he's got, Olivia kidnapped. He burns her with cigarette butts. He tortures her with hangers. He burns her with coat hangers, and he tortures her for days. He pours alcohol down her mouth constantly, and he punches her, of course, and abuses her during this time. And Olivia's at her wit's end. She's like, okay, this is how I'm going to die. She's kind of like at the point almost that she wants to give up. Almost that she wants to give up. But I'll tell you something about a mama. A mama bear is always thinking about her cubs, okay? So I know she had to drag that down from her soul and say, not today, Joker. Not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, so anyway, some kind of way she gets loose. And when she gets loose, she takes a rod, and I want to say a bad word, but I'm not finna do it. She whoops the tar out of his perverted behind, okay? She whoops him so good he almost dies from his injuries, okay? That's how much she took it out on him. Because she couldn't take anymore. He was trying to rape her at that point, and she was like, not today. So anyway, we see in season 21 that she's traumatized still by this event, and she's still having counseling. Now, he ends up getting arrested, and he goes to prison after he's convicted, but he's only convicted of kidnapping and assaulting a police officer. Didn't he murder the police officer? So how he get assault on a police officer if the officer is dead, okay? That's something I was worried about. The story continues and continues and continues, and I'm not going to tell y'all everything this idiot does. Y'all have got to piece this together for yourself. You need to see what William Lewis and Olivia Benson go through, okay? You know our girl. You know how she thinks. You know how she acts. You know she about that business constantly, okay? So we know it's finna be good. Now, we're going to see him in season 22 because not only did he go to prison, but he broke out of prison. So where is he? Where is he? Now, we know that Olivia has gone through ups and downs. She's a great single mom, but her love life kind of suffers, She has a couple of guys that she kicks it with, and she tries to do her thing and have a relationship, but working there and having a son, it's kind of hard. There's cheese, y'all. There's cheese on the bottom. Oh my God. So good, y'all. This sandwich is so good. The bread is so soft. So soft. So, we move forward And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next at the SVU. What Olivia going to go through next? What things she going to solve next? What problems is she going to handle? Now, we know that she can't do this all by herself. And we know she has great people surrounding her and her team. Her team includes Finn, or Tutiola, who is Ice-T. He's a sergeant now. He took the sergeant's exam. Like I said, he's been on this since season 2 as a junior detective. We know that there's senior detective Amanda Rollins. So she's not a sergeant, but she's a senior detective. Officer Kat Taman. Now, she just came on the scene. She's a police officer, but she about that business. That girl can handle herself. Okay? And she's very good. She's conscientious and smart and quick. Okay? So, I'm glad to see her on the scene. We can't forget about Dominic Carisi. Carisi was the boy. He was in there with Amanda. They were partners. I loved him. At first, I thought they were going to have an awesome love story, but it didn't turn out like that. I mean, he's like a brother to her that, well, I won't say a brother. I think she loves him, but he won't say it and she won't say it. And that's okay. Maybe in season 22, we'll see something happen. Now, we know Amanda has had 2 babies since she got on the show. Her sister is crazy. She's on drugs. And her mom is nuts. But Amanda seems to have gotten herself together. Even though she had a crappy life as well, she still got herself together. And she's a great detective, y'all. A great detective. But my boy Carisi, not only was he a detective, but now he's been promoted to assistant district attorney. So now he's a lawyer, y'all. He's a district attorney, assistant district attorney. He be handling them cases. He brings all his street knowledge to the courtroom. And I think that's going to benefit him so much in the long run. Now, the team is just that. They're not just a team. They're a family like us. We're a family. Me and you. You and you and you. And you. I see you. We're a family. They solve crimes against humanity. They look at things. They hang out. They love on each other and they support each other in the fullest. Now, this show has been on so long because it's relevant. It's so relevant that here and now, they actually build stories for the SVU that are based on real stories from real life. And let me give you a couple examples. Now, the episode Crush, which was episode 20 out of season 10, was based on the Chris Brown domestic violence case. Also, Granting Immunity, which was season 16, episode 19, was based on the MMR vaccine controversy. Like, do you want to give your kids shots or not? Or should the government require you to do it? And can they get you in trouble if you don't do it? In the Chris Brown case, we all know that he did that against Rihanna. So these cases are actually based, some of them are actually based on real cases in the real world. They just change it a bit to put on TV. But I'm not done though. Also, Starstruck Victims, which was season 17, episode 16. Did y'all know that was based on the Bill Cosby sexual assault cases? Come on through, Bill. I know you want pudding and everything. Actually, I love pudding, okay? Can't get enough of pudding. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Bill Cosby is locked up, and Harvey Weinstein, what? Is he locked up? I think he is. But how many more people out there still doing what they do? Okay, a certain somebody in office, possibly. Anyway, I'm finna go back to what I was doing. Now, also the case I'm Gonna Make You a Star was season 21, episode 1. That was based on the Harvey Weinstein sexual assault cases, okay? And then we have an upcoming one, and it's called Remember Me in Quarantine. You know that's based on COVID-19 and the pandemic, right? But anyway, it's going to air November the 12th, 2020. So not in October, but the following month, we're going to actually see this episode about the quarantine. So who's ready for SVU season 22? Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments below if you're ready and what you want to see and what you want to think that's going to happen in season 22 to Olivia. Because for me, I've been there from Jump Street. I've been there from day one with Olivia. I've been rocking it with her the whole time, okay? So I've watched her grow. I've watched her progress. I've watched her get promoted. I know you guys love her as much as I love her. Today has been about all things Olivia Benson, and you can't just get enough of it. If you're a fan of the SVU, you got to be a fan of Olivia Benson because she's the glue that keeps it together, y'all. And I love her. So I can't wait to see what Captain Olivia Benson is going to be up to next. Also, who's going to be watching the Elliot Stabler in the new Law and Order Organized Crime? Okay, he's coming back, y'all. Did you hear what I said? He's coming back. Oh my gosh, it's going to be good. It's going to be great. I thank y'all for listening today. I thank y'all for going through this review with me. I thank you guys for being present and giving me your time and your energy and your effort. I would really like if you would like, subscribe, and share. Let everybody know what your girl is doing over here. I'm here for you. You're here for me. We're building a rapport. We're building a family. We're going through anything together. The subject is the subject. It doesn't matter what you want to talk about. I'm here for you. We can talk about anything. You know why? Because Evie said so. Who am I, y'all? I'm Evie. I really appreciate everything y'all done for me, and I'm looking forward to you guys coming back again. I love each and every one of you. You're worth it. You matter. Go vote, y'all. Go and vote, y'all. Okay? I love you guys. Stay safe. Keep your mask on. Wash your hands, okay? Keep your hands out of your face. Wash your hands, okay? COVID is still around, and we don't need it to be with us. All right, y'all. I'm out, and thank you so much. I love y'all. Bye-bye.